so now it's time for me to get my money. Y'all don't qualify for your little funky ass loan that you was trying to get, so give me my money. Everybody is singing their hymns and stuff like that. And how the hell everybody just so happen to know the same damn song? Because I done been into some churches to where I'm like, well, I don't know that one, but everybody know this song today. Everybody know. Okay, trying to convince her to come into the church and stuff like that, and how her past shouldn't determine how she is today, and God's using her. He spoke to her, so God told you to be a damn thief.
Texas up in this thing, beat you up on this game.
Wait is over, the wait is over. Come back.
This is commentary, so get out your filter. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut once again. You read the title, so you already know we're going to discuss P-Valley. This is season 1, episode 5, honey. Y'all, I am so happy to be back making videos. Shout out to the 2 people that did request that I do this review, honey. Your girl decided it's time to come back, y'all. It has been a long 4 months. I didn't even realize it was 4 months. So shout out to all the people that will watch this video, those that missed the video because YouTube decided not to give you notifications. It's all right, y'all. Catch me on the next one, okay? Now listen, we are going to do this review of P-Valley. Now, I didn't know about this until we were, 3 episodes in, and then everybody's like, oh, girl, you haven't watched that? No, I haven't. Go ahead, tune into STARZ, and I am hooked, honey. It is a whole lot of going on. This will not be a video that will catch you up to speed about everything. Unfortunately, I don't have that type of time. However, we can have the discussion. So you can request it down below, and we'll go live and just talk about all the different characters and stuff like that if you would like to, okay? If not, take this one. Hope you like it, okay? Listen, if my mother did this right here, honey, I honestly don't know what I would do. I think I would be taken aback, so far back, to where I just don't understand like how I would handle that, given the fact that I'm grounded, right, when it comes to spirituality and God, and you know, I like to honor my elders and stuff like that. I try my hardest to respect them and things like that, even the ones that are a little bit like just be pissing me off. I try my hardest until I can't no more, okay? So given how I am there, I just don't know how I would handle this, because I done worked my ass off for 7 years, okay? And I done did some things I didn't want to do, had to shake my ass a little bit just to get some change, and I was able to come up with a good hefty amount in order for me to get a gym. Okay, we're talking about Mercedes, right? Now, I did all of this so that I could save up and potentially get my child back, show the courts that I'm able, I'm stable, and I'm willing and ready to take my child back and to raise my child, who is being raised. And we found out this today that the child is being raised by the wife of the man that is the father. The child is crazy, all right? Now, I did all this, okay? I'm working outside. I bring the girls together. We do our little dances and everything, and I'm able to spend time with my child while doing this. So it's not only because I want to be stable and I want to set these goals for myself. I'm actually spending time with my child when I do this. So it's very important to me that I be a good representation for my child, a good role model for my child, something that your ass wasn't, okay? Now, we did find out, I think it was last episode, that the current guardian is actually thinking about taking the child away from the class, or the little dance classes, because she don't like the way she's been acting, okay? But she hadn't done so thus far. So Mercedes is still trying to do what she can in order to get her child. And the mom has been hiding this money for her, or saving this money, or however the hell, washing it. I don't know what the hell she's been doing with it, but it's been accounted for through the building fund or through the church's funds, okay? And so now it's time for me to get my money. Y'all don't qualify for your little funky ass loan that you was trying to get, so give me my money, okay? Now it's time. And Mercedes talks to the realtor lady and says, hey, this is the gym that I want. I'm ready for it. The lady tells her, hey, we have somebody else is interested. So tonight is the night, okay? The night just so happens to be the same night that Mercedes is supposed to do her last dance before she retires. Now, she says, cool. You know, I know I got all this coins. My mama has already been, I already told her, go ahead and get the money, bring it back, because I'm ready to go ahead and move forward. Where she messed up at, and it's sad to say this, but where she messed up at was telling her mother what she was trying to use that money for. Comment down below and tell me how you feel about that, okay? Should she have, told her mom what was going on, or should she have just left it secret for now? Because you don't want nobody preying on your downfall. We know that is true in real life, okay? So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. So anyway, so she tells her mom this, and then she says, hey, I need this money right now. Leaves the club before she even does her dance. Leaves the club to go meet with her mom at the actual gym that she's getting ready to purchase. Go there. The lady tells her, I'm sorry. The other client that I told you was interested, well, she actually just put a hefty amount down, and we're not going to be able to proceed with this transaction. And then you see her mom walk out. Baby, I might have responded the way that Mercedes did. I mean, she tried to drag her ass. How could you dare? I done gave you all this money to save up, and I'm telling you why I need this money. And for you to go and do what you did, I just don't know, okay? So anyway, so we're here. We have the mom and the daughter. They literally are at odds in this episode. She done jumped on her mama twice, okay? And that's where we are. Mercedes ends up in jail along with her mom. This is her mug shot, okay? I probably been same shit. Now, Mercedes finds herself calling on help, okay? She don't have the money. We know that her mama then stole it all and put it all in this damn gym, okay? She ain't even remorseful. She don't even give a damn. She just child. Anyway, so she calls Gidget. I want to call her Gadget, but she calls her, which is a fellow dancer. Tells her, look, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to get out. Can you help me with bail money? Gadget tells her, Gidget tells her, where's all this money at? You supposed to be big ballin', shot calling. See, those are the haters right there. Because when this girl started telling y'all that, the time is coming to an end. It's about time for me to go. I'm trying to do this. I got big things planned, big things popping. And now everybody wants to start acting like, oh my God, so you supposed to be big, bad, and bold. You supposed to have all this money. So what you calling me for? Okay. Then she tells her, well, I'm calling you because my mama done stole my money, and then now Gidget starts to feel, a little bit bad for her. So she goes and she gets all the little stripper buddies, and they pull together $2,000 because this is the amount that Mercedes said they needed. Well, then when they get there, this bastard had the nerve to tell them, well, yeah, $2,000 is for this case. However, Mercedes has other cases that she never did pay for. She has parking tickets, and I didn't realize that parking tickets, well, I guess they can turn into warrants, and I guess at some point she may have went and got a bondsman, and then she didn't follow through with that, and so now that $2,000 then turned into $5,000. And all the ladies are here. Autumn, the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, girl, you can go ahead and pay for this right now, honey. You can drop that $5 if you wanted to. This is what I'm thinking, because Autumn was, quiet the whole time. I'm like, girl, I done seen you make several transactions recently at minimum $8,000 to $9,000 every time. Boo, you got the money. Okay, not that she has to, but I'm like, you got it. Go ahead and help homegirl out. So anyway, he tells them that if the $2,000 then turn into the $5,000, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have that money. Are you freaking kidding me? He ends up telling them that they could. I couldn't be a stripper for this reason alone. He tells them that they could use they punani in order to help their friend and get their friend out, because he's sure that she looks just as good as him. So basically, you want them to prostitute themselves in order to get her out. I would have strangled his ass at that moment in that time right there. Okay, so after Mercedes got off the phone with Gidget, this correction officer walks up, and it was some little eerie about him when he came up. I felt like he was up to no good. She felt like he was up to no good. But all he wanted to do was give her something to put on, which was just some bottoms, because she, you know, like I told y'all, she was supposed to be doing her last dance. She was already in costume, had a little bra on, her thong and everything, and, you know, she had her heels on. She was ready to get it popping and to turn up for her last night. However, it didn't go that way, but she ended up in jail dressed the same way that she was when she was taken into custody. Okay, so she got her thong on and she been walking around this damn jail cell that just so happened to be what do you call it, co-ed? What do you call that when you got the man and the woman in the same jail? Okay, anyway, so there, you know, she's in there and she's dressed like this, and he comes up, he says, you know, I know it's cold in there, here you go. And I was like, okay, cool, because, you know, I've seen a lot of things in this episode, not necessarily this episode, but this season thus far, and I just knew he was getting ready to do some bum like that, but he didn't. Okay, so I'm impressed, but don't mean it ain't on his mind. So old school here, when Mercedes first came in and they put him in the same cell because apparently there wasn't another cell available because there were some issues going on. I think it was like sewer issues. So ended up putting mama and the daughter in the same cell. Mercedes went after her ass for that second time. Well, old school here was one of the people telling her that this is your mama, you don't put your hands on your mama and all this. And I'm thinking, see, this right here is how people are in real life. Y'all always talking about some shit you know nothing about. You don't know what the fuck this lady done did to this girl. You don't know how she was raised. You don't know anything about her life. You don't know why they are here today, yet you want to tell her that she's supposed to be respecting her mom and all this. How about vice versa? I've always been that type of person. Even when I was younger, I used to always say, well, you need to respect me the same way that you want me to respect you, okay? And that's how I feel. I'm sorry. I understand people love to bring up that little scripture in the Bible that says that thou shalt honor their mother and their father, but they always forget that next, I think it's the next verse or maybe the verse after that, that tells you as a parent, don't provoke your child. Okay, this is what we are here today. Okay, this is why we're here today. So old school then sat here, talked to Mercedes and told her the scoop or the spiel about what's going on. Now old school want to say, oh, you know what, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself, butting in people's business. Why in the hell are you there anyway? Okay, so this particular scene right here was when the mom, she, you know, Mercedes tells her, well, do you even know how to preach? Like, do you know what's going on? And everybody was like, yeah, do you know how to preach? So then the mama starts, you know, bringing up a song, and then she starts saying about how she used to be on her knees, and she did all of that for Mercedes, and now that Mercedes older, she shouldn't have to do what her mom did, even though she's a dancer, and y'all relationship still fucked up. Okay, she still technically got to do what she got to do to take care of herself because you ain't shit mother. Okay, but anyway, so she's telling her all of this stuff, and then she gets down on her knees and she begs her to forgive her while everybody is singing their hymns and stuff like that. And how the hell everybody just so happen to know the same damn song? Because I done been into some churches to where I'm like, well, I don't know that one, but everybody know this song today. Everybody know. Okay, so I said, now that's part of the thing I struggle with is letting things go. Okay, I kind of struggle there. So when the mama got on the knees and she's talking about asking for forgiveness, and I'm thinking in the back of my head, that was a whole lot of damn money, and you're not even trying to rectify the situation. You're not trying to say, you know what, I did F up, let me give you this gem back because it is rightfully yours. She ain't said none of that yet. She's still trying to convince her to come into the church and stuff like that, and how her past shouldn't determine how she is today, and God's using her. He spoke to her, so God told you to be a damn thief. Okay, so anyway, so as all this is going on and she gets down on her knees and Mercedes starts walking her way, I said, oh my gosh, she is going to fall for the okie doke, but she didn't. Okay, she got down there, she put her hands on her mama's face, her mama put her hands on her face, and she told her, she said, mama, you are dead to me. I said, oh, see, Mercedes done had enough of enough. She tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, honey. That's what your ass get. You better fix that shit. Anyway, she done walked off like the boss bitch that she was. I mean, that is a messed up situation. Comment down below, let me know what you would do. That is jacked up. Your own family, the one that's supposed to love, protect you, keep you from the world that is shit. just horrible, okay? The thing I feel like personally, I feel like your parent, mom, and your father should be the ones that are protecting you. They should be the ones that are there for you when the world has turned their back on you. They should be the ones that, hell, this may have happened to her because somebody else did it. She should be able to go to her mama crying and tell her about it, and the mama tells it's going to all be all right, and they figure the shit out together. You shouldn't be the one that I'm trying to be protected from. You know what I mean? So anyway, moving on. She done got bailed out, okay? Now, the person that bailed her out is Autumn. But we're going to find out in a little bit why Autumn did that. I knew it was an ulterior motive. She didn't do that shit just because she was, you know, feeling friendly that damn day. No, that's not why she did that, okay? Now, Cliff. Uncle Cliff. Now, he is just getting up from being with Lil Murda, a.k.a. Lil Marcus. Now, Lil Marcus, I'm a little bit shocked by him. At first, I thought he was into women's, and then you got your whole thug appeal look. And then I find out you ain't looking at none of these other women and showing their breasts and ass and shit. You want Uncle Cliff. I was like, okay, Uncle Cliff, show me how it's done, baby. Anyway, so Uncle Cliff done got his wig together and everything, and now he's coming back. Now, y'all correct me down below. Does he identify as he or she? Now, I don't want it to be no issues. I'm just asking a damn question. Because Uncle, he, okay? But then I done seen or heard some scenes where they refer to him as she. So I just don't want no problems. I don't want no damn problems. Anyway, so this is the next morning. And this lady here done spent half of her divorce settlement on these strippers and stuff. They done took the bag. Mississippi and Gidget then got a bag off her ass because she done got drunk, then got emotional, went to sleep. They left her ass there, okay? This the next morning, and now Uncle Cliff is like, what in the hell you doing here? She wake up trying to get the drink. No, get your drunk ass on, okay? Then, y'all, I found out when she was in jail with Mercedes and Mama Patrice the thief, that she slept with her husband's mom. Okay, so we find out, well, Uncle Cliff find out as she go out there pushing her ass on, like, go girl, you're drunk, you're done, just go. She turns around, oh my gosh, what's going on, y'all? Because everybody looks sad. And she's like, oh my gosh, is it Mercedes? Mercedes died, Mercedes dies, Mercedes. And she turns around and sees this. And it's the foreclosure. The establishment will be auctioned in 14 days. She's like, how the hell does this happen? I'm not getting this. I'm not understanding it, okay? She was in denial he was in denial for a very long time about whether or not this was actually happening. Because, I mean, they said you owed like $50-something thousand. I was like, girl, how are you planning to come up with these coins? How? So I you know, they wasn't shaking that much ass. I'm sorry. So anyway, so he ends up falling out because he just can't believe it, and everybody disappointed because where the hell they gonna go? This is the pank, okay? So that leads Uncle Clifton to take his ass over to the sheriff's office and ask the deputy here, what in the heck, the sheriff, whatever, ask his ass, what's going on here? How is this even on my door? I'm paying you on payroll right now. How the hell you let these people do this to me? This is embarrassing. I don't even understand it. Is this even legal? Can they do that? Because I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was the last episode where the mayor, he said he was going to expedite the process. Okay, so this is him expediting the process so that they can secure the property and go and do the casino and all the other type of shit they got planned. Okay. So he tells them, well, they did it when I was out of the office, and they can do this. And basically, it didn't tell her nothing that she wanted to hear, okay? So then we're here with the mayor that I don't trust. I don't trust no nigga with a bunch of goals in his mouth, brushing his damn beard, acting as if he's concerned, but he's really not. Like you just that nigga. No, I just, something about you I don't trust. Wouldn't have voted your ass in the office, any office, okay? Let alone, what is it called? Chuckalise, whatever the hell it's called. I wouldn't have voted you, okay? So anyway, leaves Uncle Cliff here so that way he's able to have the conversation, and that little bit blackmail to me. You telling them, well, I know that what if this barbershop knew that they came in cheaper than another establishment. I think they was white folk that came in cheaper. Like, how would you feel? And he's like, well, how would you know that? Then he pulls out the paperwork that shows it. And then now he's like, well, how in the hell did you figure that out? Okay. Now his godson here, Andre, that's how she found out, because he was trying to get in autumn nights on autumn days, okay? And she done told him, well, I want to, finish, or I want to keep myself going until you get back, because he was going to go get some condoms. Well, he unlocks his computer. I thought, you dumb ass. Now, why in the hell would you unlock the computer? You're in a hotel room. Every damn hotel room, to my knowledge, have like some type of porn channels. Why in the hell did she need your computer to do that? You're stupid. And she should have did that. She should have got Mo, okay? She should have got Mo. Anyway, so he telling him basically he need to fix it. And they need to fix it fast. And he needs to leave so he can go entertain these white folk. Now, Uncle Cliff and Lil Murda, a.k.a. Lil Marcus, okay? He done fell in love, he not over love. I like that little song. I like that little song. Anyway, he ain't over love yet, okay? Or he done fell in love here. And he want it to be something else that on Cliff, like, that can't happen, because did you hear about the story that happened over here when them people were killed? What about this other person over here? And the two bisexual women, they behind was blown out. I mean, is this really what you want? Is this really what you want? Like, we can't come out public. Like, people are going to target us. We can't do this. We can't live free. And, I really hate that. I hate that I think we're getting better now, but that people feel like they can't be them true selves. Like, it shouldn't matter. I know some people are very religious and they don't believe in that, but if they love each other, let them love each other. We ain't the ones sleeping with them. We ain't the ones sucking and loving and all that stuff on them, okay? It has nothing to do with us. Let them live. Let them be free. So Uncle Cliff, like, I don't think it can happen. And then he's like, well, let me take you on a date. And she's like, well, no, nope, not going on a date here. I don't do that. I don't do dates. And he's like, well, there's the first time for everything. And then gives them a little kiss or whatever. Now, during this time, Mississippi, M-I, crick leg, I, crick leg, I, humpback, I. Yeah, she getting her baby from her baby daddy walked through and just so happened to be peeping through the door and see them kissing. Okay, that's going to be another thing. I mean, it shouldn't be a big problem because they know that Uncle Cliff is into men. I guess it would be more of a problem from Lil Murda, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Spent too much time on that. Now, Autumn Nights is upset today because they done told her that there was a cap on how many times you can transfer or pick up money or whatever. Now, apparently it was a temporary leniency, I guess I should say, about the policies, how much you can transfer in and out or receive. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to that part. All I know is they told her no. Okay? And this pissed her off a little bit because she's like, what the hell am I going to do? How am I going to get this money? How can I move this money if you're not letting me do it? And then the teller is like, your people have been very generous, okay? I'm looking at your transaction history right now, and this is definitely not going to be allowed anymore. So this is where Mercedes then came in. I done went to the other screen, but hold on. Pause. Just forget that's behind me, okay? This is where Mercedes comes in because she's going to need somebody else to do these transactions with because, they not letting her do it no more. So that's why she ended up helping her a little bit later. But here, the deputy, he's here and this guy shows up with these damn crocodile tears that he, look at his ass. Look at him. He show up here acting like he crying and stuff like that, telling them, my wife was lost in the flood. I'm looking for her. I'm from Texas, I think, and they were in Chesaluka. Y'all, what the damn name is? Is it Chesaluka? Chuckalooka? Anyway, I think it's Tennessee, okay? So he done traveled all this ways to look for her, and the sheriff is like, well, why would you go that far? Like, well, what would make you come here? Well, for love, you'll do everything, and I love my wife, and I'm looking for my wife, and I want her back. And he tells her, well, I'll have my guys put out flyers, just email me a picture of her. And at this point, I realized this is the guy that Autumn is running from. It has to be. Okay, y'all come in and let me know, but it has to be. Simply because she keeps having these nightmares and these visions about a guy that's beating on her, and then there's a baby. She was in this flood. There's a luggage that, you know, floats to her, and when she gets this luggage, she literally, there's identification and stuff like that in there. The person to me looks like her, but then I guess it isn't her. But anyway, it just all fits to me. So I'm really thinking now that that's who that is, her husband. The problem is now that he's going to get ready to put out all these flyers and shit, if he was really abusive and somebody that was completely detrimental to her well-being, I really believe that that's going to be bad for Autumn, whoever in the hell she is, okay? So here is where Mercedes is out. Autumn picked her up. Autumn brought her to her house. And now she's telling her what she needs her to do in order for her to get money, because she's going to pay her for all these transactions that she's doing. And I think she had paid her like $10,000 at this time. So, of course, Mercedes, she's interested because she just lost all that money from her mama. So, yeah, of course. And I think, was it like $20,000 or something? Y'all come in, let me know. But, so, yeah, she's interested in finding a way to make that money, because she says she's not going back to the club. So this is a perfect situation for her. Now, here is where things got a little weird for me. So this guy, and they're showing his ring, and I can't remember if maybe he had that same ring on when he went to the sheriff's department or whatnot, but they show this ring, and then as they're as they're moving this money from one place, or initiating the transaction to transfer the money, and they're going to transfer it to Mercedes under her somebody name that she done created, he can see this. So at this point, I'm like, well, is she transferring money to him, or is he transferring money to her, or is it she has access to his information and she's moving it herself? Okay, like she's sending herself the money. Maybe that's what's going on. I mean, it has to be that she's sending herself the money. So then with that said, is this the lady? Hold on, because as I'm talking, now I'm trying to think about it, y'all. Okay, so now I wonder, could this be her husband, her real husband, or could this be a guy that maybe when she got that briefcase or that luggage, she looked in there, she saw that there was money to be made or whatever, maybe there was some identifying information of what the previous lady was into, and now she's moving that money, and it has nothing to do with her previous life. This is just a guy trying to figure out who in the hell this is transferring this money. I don't know. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much if you made it this far for tuning in. Tell me what you thought about the video as well as the series of P-Valley thus far, okay? How would you handle the situation like Mercedes and a situation similar to Mercedes and her mama? Would you beat her ass? Join her in the church even though that's not what you intended your money to be spent on? Go sue her? Can you sue her if the money is being moved like that? Can you? Is she washing money? Like, is that legal? Can you go to court and tell them that you had all this money and your mama stole it from you? What do you think about Autumn? Do you think that's her husband from her former life, or do you think Autumn then got some information out of that briefcase that didn't belong to her and now she's moving the money? Okay, what y'all think about that? Anyway, until next time, y'all. Bye.
I'm ready to go. This tea is super hot. I'm about to go.